Okay, so I've just finished the 3.1 MSQ with Rover, with Imouth, with everybody. I have never been on such, like, an emotional roller coaster. An emotional roller coaster of feeling neutral to happy to sad to angry to worried to happy again to sad to happy to angry, and at the end of it feeling like a little bit depressed. I feel like I've been thrown, my brain has been thrown into a washing machine mixed with rocks. Like that's how my emotions feel. Okay, that's how my emotions feel right now. after playing through 3.1, like that's how my brain feels. Okay, I feel everything. I feel everything right now. I think for me, from a narrative standpoint, from way this was done and written, I think this is the strongest story and narrative that Kuro has made for Wuthering Waves. From story, from so many. I'm trying to put into words how to describe why I feel this way. But this is, I genuinely think this has been the best, like, narrative they've written from beginning to end. And I can, on par with 2.2, it's bigger than 2.2 for me, and I can tell you why. I can tell you exactly why this is bigger than 2.2. And to me, this is the biggest quest they've done, and this is the best quest that they've written. And for so many different reasons, because they changed the formula. They changed the formula of it, and they've added so many things that make this quest so great. Number one, we've got a long quest again. This isn't a 3-hour quest split into like 2 parts. This is a full 4, 5, like 6 hour, like 5 hour-ish like quest that you do from start to finish that allows you to build up things over time, right? They have the time to actually pad this out and fill it with the moments that matter the most, number one, okay? And that was really noticeable in this quest, and this really solidifies for me that being able to take your time to tell a story arc is the best way to deliver a story, because you really get to understand and build up a character in a story that you want. Like, Kuro needs to stop doing this quest splitting if they want to tell a good story, because this is just proof to me that, like, this is just a better way of telling a story for this medium. And I think that's one thing of it. Secondly, the fact that this story is so much bigger than everything else, right? We're not dealing with a Thermodian threat like with the Leviathan or anything else, or like a Dark Tide. The Thermodian isn't really, it's the threat that we care about, but it's not the main focus. And I think that that switch of like, oh, we're not worrying about the Dark Tide, the thing a Dark Tide has done. Really, the main focus is more on Rover's own exploration of his journey here with Imouth together. And we're still dealing with a big, like, catastrophic, like, threat, but it allows us to focus in on more Rover. And the reason is because Aleph 1 is such a huge cosmic entity, right? It's almost cosmic horror adjacent, which is something that is so much bigger than we have experienced, and it's something that you can't really comprehend as a viewer or as a player, because none of us know what a black hole is like to experience. It's bigger than Solaris. It's something that wants to consume like a universe, right? It's said that its hunger wants to is enough to consume a whole universe. We're at a scale that is unthinkable for us to understand, and because of that, it forces you to care about the things that are relatable. And in this instance, that is Imouth and her relationship with Rover, right? And they end up discovering stuff about themselves, and Rover ends up discovering stuff about him consequentially because of that. And that is such a smart narrative design choice. Like I can't begin to, it's such a smart thing to do of like, we're making this threat so big that you feel its overwhelming scale and horror, like, oh my god, this is a big thing we have to deal with. But at the same time, it makes you relate to the things that are immediately like in Rover's like vicinity, immediately like around him, which is Imeth and what she means and his past, and being able for her to be able to tell part of his story, because as we know, Rover isn't good at telling his own story, okay, because he has amnesia. He's not able to. So in Wuthering Waves, other people have to tell his story for him. That's just how this works. But his relationship with Imeth being the way that it is really allows for it to be the way it was revealed over time in the quest. Felt right. It felt right, and it felt exactly how it should have been. The pacing of it was great. The way that they revealed information over time, I think, was really, really good. And it makes you understand Imeth so much that he cared for her. He ended up raising her for however amount of time that it was, and gave her. She saw him as an idol, as much of a family member to her, and that made her, instilled in her the will to do what she needed to do. And I think that's awesome. And to go along with Rover, the VA did an absolutely phenomenal job of the voice acting in this quest. I think it's his best performance ever. It made it feel so real. And I'm so happy they gave Rover so much emotion. I don't think we've ever seen Rover so invested, so emotional, so caring, and it making sense and it feeling right. We see him hurt, we see him conflicted, we see him dejected almost, right? Like everything. We really see Rover be feeling that way for the first time. Well, not for the first time, but like so deeply to me. Female VA was good too. I'm glad. But male Rover VA, from what I played, was really great. And honestly, it made me come to really, really respect and appreciate Rover. I've already liked Rover for a long time in Wuthering Waves now. Like, Rover's been my favorite character in, like, WoW basically for a while. But now after this, it really solidifies that I care about this character. I really do care about this character. I do care about RMC. I do value him, and I really hope they continue to give him this integration into the world, and being able to say like these things and be emotional, and allow him to feel sad, allow him to feel dejected, allow him to feel happiness. And obviously all the lore drops surrounding him was absolutely great and amazing, and they were so cool and everything, but the homeland was awesome. But having Rover's being there was so much. And yeah, the scale of Rover, I mentioned this when I was playing through the quest, but Imeth really humanized Rover, and I think that's why we care about him more. Like, it's not a coincidence, because for a long time it's always like everyone sees Rover as the guy who saves everything. He's the arbiter. He's the lord. He is the one that is able to help you solve your problems. And he always has a solution. And Imeth is like, I see you for what you really are. I see you for what you really are. And to me, you are just my family. You are just my family. You are not the savior of everything. You are just my family. And that was mega like reinforced with the lore of like, Rover was just sent here on a mission to do, and the where he got sent from, they don't give a fuck about him. You're just doing your mission. That together completely humanizes him, and it grounds him into this world. Like, it makes it, he just cares about this world, and he can be the god of this world. He can be the Rover of this world that he's meant to like fix, but he cares about this world and he wants to stay here now. And I think that is awesome. And I think this is why I'm saying the way they did this narrative for this quest was so smart, was really smart. And I think that's just a consequence of the length of it, the nature of everything, his relationship with Imeth allowing this kind of humanization to happen. Because I'll be real, we wouldn't have been able to have this level of humanization of Rover if Imeth was like a true like quote unquote wife love interest, right? You wouldn't be able to have that. But they're having the relationship of being family more than like waifu or whatever really, really was so important for this to work. And I love that. And I think that's awesome. Sorry, I can't stop speaking. I can't, bro. I feel like I could talk about this forever.
Look over
and
here.
I think that was what made this great. So the mix of like, this is what I'm saying. They did everything differently this patch. They did everything differently. I'm with his family, not waifu. We had a longer patch. We had characters that were like outside of their designated patches in here, which was also really cool. We had a long patch. Like everything, they flipped the script. And isn't it a coincidence? Hey, I'm just saying, isn't it a coincidence when they add the things that make a story good, the story ends up getting better? It's almost as if like I was right, but it's almost as if I was kind of right in my critiques of, hey, this is what I think makes a good story and a better story. Turns out when they do those things, the story's the best fucking patch in the fucking game. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying, all the criticisms that I had of like 3.0 story literally are like done in this story, and we ended up with the best fucking story we've had in Wuwa like yet. So it's kind of crazy. Bro, listen, I'm so happy that this quest was the way that it was, right? I'm so happy that this quest was the way that it was, and I thought it was really cool. Obviously, I actually really liked the introduction. I really liked the introduction with the new character. Was it Navia? I forgot what her name is. My bad. I apologize. And with Luke, I'm meeting Lucilla and Sigruka at the beginning, being in the classroom. That introduction was awesome. Going into the Frostlands, Nivora, that's it. Going into the Frostlands was great. Yo, hi Nando. Thank you for the sub, lovely. Thank you for the sub, lovely. You didn't like the intro? I liked it. I liked the intro. There isn't anything about this quest that I didn't like. I'm gonna be real. There isn't anything about this quest that I didn't like. And it was such a great experience. And I'm going to have so much fun writing my story review for this game, because honestly, I will sing this, bro. Like I promised you guys, if a story is really good, I will sing its praises to the high fucking heavens. Okay, I will sing its praises to the high heavens. And for me, this story is like, I think, the best story narratively that they've ever written. And you bet your ass I will sing the praises of Wuwa for this story, because it's actually, this was so great. And the whole like cycle of I-Myth and how we come to know her relationship with Rover, and also the I-Myth paradox, having to undergo these time loops constantly, but now doing it for the last time, which results in her basically becoming a fucking vegetable. Okay, basically becoming like a fucking vegetable, and just absolutely ruined me, dude. Like absolutely ruined me, and I'm physically angry. I'm physically angry at like what, like I'm with currently being in this position, but I'm sure like in the next patches we'll end up, you know, actually exploring more of that and fixing these problems. But this genuinely has been like my favorite quest they have done in Wuthering Waves so far. And I'm like really happy.
Look over here.
I'm really happy. I'm just letting you guys know I'm satisfied. And I feel very satisfied. And I'm gonna make a longer review, a more in-depth one of all this. But I think there's just a lot of things in this that make this like the best like quest and patch so far. And it's great. Like everything that I wanted from that makes a quest like good is in here, and that's great. That's great to me. And the songs as well. Also the two boss. Oh my god. Oh, I forgot. How could I forget? But we had two boss fights. We had two boss fights in this. The first boss fight being with Luke against Unk Clementine, or whatever his name was, right? Awesome. Great to be able to use Luke. Loved that. Obviously, man lover. Love the Luke thing. And then the second fight with Sigillium. I forgot Sigillium Segway, Mr. Segway, Mr. Rover Segway
Look over
was
here.
fucking awesome, dude. That was sick. Like that fight, actually, I think is the coolest fight we've had as well in the game. Genuinely, that was like so fun. It was so fun to do. Like literally from start to finish, it was so peak, and I thought that was so good. The reveals that we had as well of the mask coming off, and then we saw it was Rover, and then like we have the mindscapes inside Imeth, and we understand more, and she's going fucking crazy, and she's going through this like emotional like toil and like trauma, and we see her like go from this happy like person to someone who's like struggling. And in the end, realizing that she's able to cry. You don't have to always be happy. You're able to like let it out too, as like Rover told her earlier. Like, it's so... And then all of that for her to leave and become a fucking vegetable. Kuro Games, I fucking hate you. Kuro Games, I hate you and I love you. I'm just like... Dude, I feel like I'm so happy, but I'm also sad at the same time. Do you know what I mean? Do you understand what I mean? Like, I'm so happy with this quest when I think about it, but I'm also like so sad at the same time. Like, I'm angry and I'm sad, you know, in the best way. In the best way. In the best way. And like, I'm just like, I think it's great. I think it was really good. I'll be real. I don't know how you could play this quest and not like cry once or like get close to crying. Like, I don't know how you could play this quest. I'm making a definitive. If you do not like feel genuine sadness or cry playing this quest, I think you're a sociopath. What is wrong with you? Like holy fuck, bro. Like this pulled at my fucking heart, dude. This pulled at my heart. Like this is something, bro. Like this really smack. Okay. I mean, hey, is what it is. I'm not calling him a sociopath. I'm not. Okay. I'm not. I mean, it's hyperbole. Okay, guys, it's hyperbole. It's hyperbole. It's hyperbole. It's hyperbole. Don't worry about it, bro. Don't worry about it. But this has been dude, such a... Oh, dude, I don't know. I feel like so overcome with like an emotion. I feel so overcome and like overwhelmed with like a feeling, and dude, I'll bet, bro, I promise y'all, I will not shut up about this quest. I will not shut up about this quest. It feels like binge watching a sad anime, then it ends. We're all sad single parents now. The part you cried for 5 minutes, he was laughing. I mean, hey, if that's how we... Hey, everyone responds to these things differently. I'm not gonna criticize someone for how they whatever to it. But dude, I only proper cried like one time, but I was like really teary throughout a lot of this. My body's only capable of crying like once, and then like it kind of stops. But I was like tearing the whole way, and then that moment I went, bro. I fucking went. I'm sorry. It got me, bro. It got me. I couldn't help it. Do you know what it is? I think it's like every time I end up like being like really emotional about these quests, there's obviously a level of like emotional relatability, and it's like that this is gonna sound kind of cheesy, like that longing of having like that supportive parent. You know what I mean? That longing of like wanting to have that supportive like parent. And I could see like people who are parents getting really sad at this too, like with like especially if you have young kids. Like I can see that especially like impacting them too. So I think like everyone is able to relate to this in some way.
Look over here.
Everyone would be able to relate to this like in some like way or form. Like those of you who are like, if any of y'all are in my chat, your fathers, you have a little girl, like whatever, like you probably really felt something playing this, you know? Yeah, POV of a child. Yeah, that's kind of how I was feeling this too. I was definitely POVing of like the more child's perspective of this, especially as a little girl, like really kind of like desiring and wanting that and feeling that, you know, familial like connection sort of thing. There's a lot to relate to. There's a lot to relate to with this quest, and it's, bro, I feel like there's something in this quest for everyone. I really do. And I'm so glad that they wrote this quest over like the 5 hours in length. Kuro Games, please keep doing these longer quests, because they are so good. They're so much better. They're so much better, and everything about this was like, for me, so great from like kind of like start to finish with this. So that's my initial thoughts on the story. So we're not going to discuss that Rover's the alien employee. Well, technically, well, that's the other thing, right? That's like beyond the Stargate, from where the Exostriders and the Sentinels come from and descend from Rover's homeland. Is going to be very interesting to see how that all happens and how that all comes together. But honestly, I think we're gonna have to wait and see, right? We're gonna have to wait and see. But that's, yeah, the lore drops in this were really cool. I think I'll save talking about them for my like bigger review. I think I kind of want to go back and like review the quest and make sure I know what I'm talking about. But like the lore drops was crazy on Rover and his mission, and he's basically part of like a bigger collective, and what is his role and how important is he really, and all of that. And it's kind of, do you know what I was thinking of when we were playing through the quest? I was thinking of that music video by, what's his name, Will Stetson. You know the music video where they have the multiple rovers that they send them off to do like different, like rovering on different planets, and they all ended up dying. I literally was thinking that like while I was playing this quest, of like all the rovers going to all the different planets to do their rovering and all of them like dying. I was thinking that the entire time like that sequence was happening. I didn't want to mention it at the time, but like that's what I was thinking of. And I'm like, damn, like maybe there is like actually something to that. Like maybe there's something to that. So like, yeah, how, like, are there other rovers? Is there more of them? Is it just us? Like, what is it? They have similar lore. No, they did. Like in the lore where you're able to see the like the drawings and the arts and stuff, you see like rovers in spacesuits, going on missions and stuff. So I think we're really starting to see the actual bigger story here. Didn't we see them in beta? Yeah, I mean, you know, we could go back and look at the CBT footage of like some of Rover's past stuff. But I think this has been Court of Savante mass producing rovers to send out for missions, bro. Court of Savante being otherworldly is interesting as well. It's very interesting as well. I'm wondering if Rover is a Mickey 17 kind of situation. I just think it's so interesting. And those of you who have seen the CBT flashbacks, you know what I'm talking about. But I'm so happy with this quest. I think it's the best one yet, from the lore drops to the actual narrative to the story to the fucking music. Hello, bro, it's a whole ass track list of bangers from start to finish, by the way. The OST of this fucking patch, just a side note, really strong. Really good, and it amazingly fit into this as well. And I think that's awesome. That's awesome. And I'm very happy with about that. Yeah, the boss fight track, bro, the boss fight felt so good. It was so grand. It was so grand, and this has been like so good. it's been so, bro, I'm not gonna shut up about this. I'm not gonna shut the fuck up. I'm not gonna shut the fuck up about this. I like both the boss fights. Both of them were great. Both of them were awesome. Like genuinely really good. So that is my first That is my first impressions. But you should jump back in. Have you finished the story? Thoughts? Bro, I just finished giving my thoughts. This is the best quest that they have made in Woo Up. Anyway, guys, I appreciate y'all. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. All that good stuff. I'll have a more in-depth review in a couple days. I want to sit on this. I want to really think about it. Write down some more in-depth thoughts. But this has been amazing. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.